guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just thought I would give you guys a review and some tips on my Dyson Airwrap after having it for about a year now, and I just wanted to let you guys know my thoughts, how often do I use it, and what kind of styles do I actually use it for, and whether or not I think it's worth the splurge. Because I think a lot of us, when we look at like advertisements and when we see like, wow, it looks damn good, you know, we just want to fly and go and buy it, but not actually realizing or asking ourselves when are we going to use it and whether or not we actually need it. I actually go through every single one of your comments and DMs, and you know, a lot of you guys always ask me if the Dyson Airwrap is worth buying. So that's why I decided to heed your advice and give you guys what you want to hear, and yep, let's get started. So this is my Dyson Airwrap. Chan chan! I got the complete set. This is one of the first gens, so I think they did do some revisions to the newer generations, but this is the first gen one. Because it's very big and bulky and heavy, so you do need to dedicate a space on your vanity or, you know, at the side of your bed or whatever to fit something like this that every single day you need to be able to easily access it. But all in all, I love this, and I find myself reaching this so much more when it comes to creating straight styles. I don't know about you guys, but I'm quite well versed with the heating tongs, so most of the time whenever I want to do curls, I would just go with my heating tools rather than the curling barrels. If you ask me, the attachment that I use the least is actually this. This is like their hair drying kind of attachment, because I have the Supersonic hairdryer and I love that hairdryer 2 bits. If you want to compare this to the Supersonic hairdryer, I would say they are not dupe. Of course, the Supersonic hairdryer is a lot more powerful and you can do a lot more styles with it. It dries the hair much faster, and this one is mostly a tool that helps to allow a larger airflow to the machine to help to dry your hair faster. But to be honest, if you have the Supersonic hairdryer, I would say go for that. Blow it to 80% dry before you start styling your hair with the rest of the tools. So in my Dyson Airwrap, there are 2 curling barrels. One is the 30mm and one is the 40mm. I do find myself using the 30mm a lot more than the 40mm, because even though the curls are nicer and bigger with the 40mm, the curls do not last as well as the 30mm one throughout the day. So most of the time I go for this, and I have to use hairspray whenever I curl my hair with my Dyson Airwrap, because my curls do not last as well as using heating curling tools. Because honestly, when you're setting your hair color to 180 degrees, you're pretty much burning your hair a lot more than using the Dyson Airwrap, which is also why I do like to use my Airwrap on some days, because it gives me much shinier hair and much healthier hair, which once again boils down to what is your preference and what is your priority when it comes to your hair. Is it your hairstyle, long-lasting power, or is it your hair health? So next up, I'm gonna talk about these 2 attachments, which are honestly the most used ones, and I have this, which is the first gen one. These are pretty much like big combs, right? It can help to dry my hair and straighten my hair at the same time. Honestly, I always go for this because I have fine hair. This one is mostly for people with frizzy hair. I think they changed this in the new sets. I mean, they definitely did some improvements to these, and I think they don't sell them together anymore, because it actually doesn't make sense, because when I buy it, obviously I only use this, but someone with frizzy hair buys this set, they only use this, and one of them will always become a white elephant at home. So yeah, this one became a white elephant at home, which is quite sad. I use it sometimes when this one needs a little bit of cleaning, and then I'll use this. To be honest, I don't find much difference between the 2 in terms of the results it gives me, so I just feel like this one feels a little bit more soft because of the little balls around. And of course, last but not least, we have this tool over here, which is a round brush. I love this 2 bits as well, and I always use this. So today I'm gonna do a demonstration and show you guys how I usually do my hair with the Dyson Airwrap. Of course, if you guys haven't seen this, this is the body of it. I know some of you guys are also quite interested to know what are some of the haircare products I use on a daily basis. To be honest, I don't really show it because I always change out my haircare products, but for today I washed my hair in the shower before filming this video, and These are the products that I use. This is my shampoo, the Amino Amazing Sleek Deep Moist Shampoo. I love this shampoo to bits on days where I want to create a not so frizzy hair look, especially if I want to do straight hair. And for my conditioner, I use the Luxe BotanicalSeries Floral Cleanse Treatment. These two are pretty much self-explanatory. They are very good products, very affordable as well. And when it comes to hair oil and hair serums, the first one that I like to go in with is my Percy and Reed Volumizing No Oil for fine hair, because my hair is actually pretty fine. This oil actually helps to volumize your hair. I find that using it on damp hair is much better. And then on my ends, I will use my Mise-en-Scene Perfect Serum. This is a Korean hair serum that smells really nice, and it really helps to smooth out your split ends if you have, and I have tons of split ends, without weighing it down. So these are the two things that I do on days where my hair is a little bit more dry than 80%. I would say now it's like 90% dry. The crown of my head is like 100% dry. So what I will do is take a spray bottle of water and I will spray it while I get ready. I'm reusing my bottle from my Luxe hair styling mist. It's just normal tap water, and what you want to do is make sure that the section that you're styling is nicely damp. So for now, I'm just gonna smooth out everything. And remember, you don't want it to be too damp, because when your hair is too wet and you start combing it, it will take a longer time to be dry and longer time for your style to set. Combing your hair while your hair is very wet actually increases the breakage of your hair, so that's where you get more hair fall, and you don't want that. So my first step is always to use my straightening nozzle, and I always just keep it to the highest setting in terms of both heat and the speed. So what I'm doing is combing from the front and also going from the inside out this way, and you want to do it in one straight full motion. I just want to keep it really not frizzy. I want to keep it very shiny, and this step really helps to do that for me. So I just wanted to show you guys the difference. It's a lot more like silky and shiny compared to this side. So you can see like the insides are slightly more curly and frizzy compared to this side. So this is only step one. I'm actually gonna go in with quite a lot more steps, so I'm just gonna repeat it on this side. And that was actually really quick, wasn't it? I do go out sometimes like this because I think it's quite a good style already. But today I'm just gonna show you guys a different style that sometimes I like to just create a little bit more volume and make it a little bit more airy without going full on curls. Now I'm gonna go in with my round brush. I'm just gonna pump the volume on the top part a little bit more. So I will just do this, spray some sections. So I have some clips over here, and I will just kind of clip my hair away so that I can do it by sections. So I like to take about this much of hair. So I'll do it for the back part also. And then I'll release the section. Usually I would just do like 2 sections or 3 sections depending on the amount of time I have. And now it's time for the fringe. So now I'm gonna blow it upwards, so I get that more like rolled back kind of effect. And of course, I like my fringe to be a little bit more curled at this side. Same thing for the other side. Alright, so the top is very volumized now. It's very bouncy. Now I will go and tackle the bottom and make it more C-curl. You can do it in sections, but I don't really have time to, so I always do this. So it looks like this, and I'll do the same for the other side. Alright, and I'm back. So this is the final look. Is the Dyson Airwrap worth buying or not? I would say hell yes. Who I recommend it to? Pretty much everyone, because I believe everyone needs to style their hair. You know, you don't always have to damage your hair in the process of it, and I think this is a really good example of a tool that really helps to assimilate it into your every single day, your everyday life. You would need to dry your hair anyway, so why not just style it in the meantime, make it less frizzy, make it more presentable, and you're pretty much out of the house. And of course, on days when you feel a little bit more fancy, you have all these tools to help you create a lot of different hairstyles as well. So yes, I highly recommend it, and 1 year on, I'm still loving my Dyson Airwrap 2 bits. I use it almost every single day. So of course, with every product, there are pros and cons. I've listed all of the pros for you guys, but of course, the Dyson Airwrap is not without its cons. I really mentioned that the whole box is very big and bulky and heavy, and you do need a space for you to store it, because it does take up a lot of space, and I think it weighs like 3 kilos or something. So of course, with it being so bulky, you can't travel with it, but this thing alone, it's very heavy. It's the width of like my shoulder. This is how big it is. So I wouldn't say it's the most travel friendly, and the plug also doesn't really work in a lot of countries. I've tried Japan, I've tried Taiwan. These two countries don't really work with any of the Dyson appliances, and I also read that it will spoil and damage your devices, so do not keep trying to turn it on when it doesn't turn on. Being not travel friendly is a very huge con for me, because I do want to bring it with me and, you know, still be able to style my hair the same way when I'm overseas. It being very big is also quite heavy on the arm, so it's like an arm workout. When it comes to the hair curling barrels, there is a learning curve for it. So if you are not familiar with hair curling, or you know how the directions go, you do need a lot of practice when it comes to creating those kind of hairstyles, because of the technology of how it like kind of wraps your hair around it. You can't use a thick layer of hair to go around the barrel. You have to do section by section and different layers by layers. Of course, you get a really nice blowout effect, but it does take a much longer time. I wish we didn't have to change barrels like in between, because it is actually quite hot to the touch. So if you guys don't know, each size actually comes with two, one for the left and one for the right side. So you do have to be quite well versed with how you want your curls to look in order to know what barrel to use, and you always have to change it like in the midst of it. So like I said, I've actually, I wouldn't say I burned myself, but I've actually like, you know, like touched it and it's super hot in the midst of it, so it is quite hot. So especially if you have kids around, I would say, you know, you do have to be quite careful with these things. And of course, the price. I think the price is one of the main reasons why most people still haven't gotten their Airwrap yet. I know the price is expensive, but honestly, I think it is so worth it, because I get so much use out of it. And if I think about it, like how much damage I'm causing my hair by using hair curlers every single day, or hair dryers or hair tools that do not protect my hair the way the Dyson Airwrap or Dyson Supersonic does, I'm actually saving myself a lot of like other potential hair treatments that I have to do in the future. So in that sense, I am actually saving that kind of money, and also saving my hair health and my scalp health. So I think it's super worth it. I think it's also amazing as a gift, because it is not a gift that is like overly extravagant and over the top, like a handbag or a watch or a diamond ring or something, but at the same time, it's also something that everyone can use. So I do know guys that use it as well, especially for their fringe, and it's also really good to style short hair. So if you have shorter hair, I highly recommend it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's very long and full of information, but I hope this video helps you guys out. And do note that this is not a sponsored video. Everything is from the bottom of my heart, and yeah, I hope you guys like this kind of videos, and if you do, tell me in the comments so that I know to make more or just stop making them altogether. And I'll see you in my next video.